What's up, people? Zach Attack here, bringing another reaction video to a new one, actually. Classroom of the Elite. And I typed in High School of the Elite, so it's called actually Classroom of the Elite, but thank God it kind of knew where I was going close to. Never seen this anime, but spoiler-wise, there's a music video thing, like AMV, abbreviation, anime, music, and blah, 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 where I've seen, like, clips of, like, different episodes, but, like, not, obviously, story-wise, but just part of a song thing. But there's really only one season to this. Wow, a lot of people either just didn't like it, or there's just no more ideas, or the director or writer, something like that happened to them. Like, let's give an example of an anime. I wish they still kept going. Dead Man Wonderland. They stopped it because the lady that was making the anime supposedly got pregnant, and since then hasn't made it. For all we know, by 2023, 2022, season 2, I think, would be the one that she would have to leave off on, based on the story she made previous. I hope they do it, though. That'd be cool. Because if I remember with that anime, that guy, the kid that's accused of killing his classmates, he, one, doesn't know who actually did it. That girl, that was the one behind it all. And number two, like pretty much nobody knows she's the one that actually killed everybody. Like, there's so much other stuff they could put in that story, but because of stuff happens to people, it's not a big issue. There's multiple other animes you could watch regardless of the situation. But let's get into this one and see what it's about. And I did try to do a reaction video, by the way, to the underworld of Sword Art Online, but I was able to do reactions to the other seasons, but by the time I got to that one, it was only sub. And a lot more people, I don't know how people are with animes, even though I love anime, but sub and dubs wise I never pay attention to, but I was always used to dub. So anything anime wise that only does dub or can do dub and sub, I'll at least still do it too, because it at least has dub. I'll do it. But let's get into Classroom of the Elite, Season 1, Episode 1, to see what happened, and see what this show's about. Not what happens, because we haven't watched any other episodes. Let's see what this show's about. Awkward pause. I hate when it does this thing, though, in the beginning. It looks blurry, by the way. And then it'll clear up again. It's so weird. What is evil? Whatever, something, it's spirit.
If I may, I'd like to pose
like this
an
beginning part
question.
it shows in the song.
Are all human beings truly equal? These days, everywhere you go, there's talk about the fight for equality. As a wise man once said, heaven does not create one person above or below another. People like to throw his words around. That's not the whole quote. He goes on to say that
how awkward if that guy does not know that girl, how awkward is that, just to have this girl facing at you while you're sitting? I would be so awkwarded out. I'd be like,
at any rate, humans change over time based on their actions.
Personal space here.
Truth be told, at the end of the day,
and this dude missed it, which is probably our main character.
And most of us
oh no, wow. Or if that was him, or was that just a random guy? I can tell by already looking at this dude, he's probably the main character.
That is priority seating after all, so it would only be right for you to let this older woman sit there.
Yeah,
kind of true. Pretty girl. I understand that this is priority seating, honey, but there's no law forcing me to give it up. You think I should have to stand up just because I'm still young?
She's an older woman, and you're like some young-ass guy, and you're not going to offer...
Sure,
okay,
I'm younger
dude.
than her, but standing uses way more energy than sitting. Tell me, why must I sacrifice my health for this lady's sake?
Because you'd be contributing to the greater good of humanity. And just take a look at her. She's having trouble staying upright.
Watch her be a nice person now, and then just all of a sudden attack his ass and beat his ass.
And anyway, there are plenty of other jerks on this bus who could give up their seats. Furthermore, I don't see much difference between a priority seat and a regular one, so ask someone else to be a hero.
Dude, people like this, if I were to see this shit in real life, I would have sucked the fucker in the face.
But thank you all the same.
Like, I don't give a shit. I will knock you out.
Excuse me, would anyone on this bus be willing to give up their seat to this sweet lady?
He probably will.
Over here. I'll stand. Thank you very much, ma'am.
And then, if let's say somebody actually did that, and then you got the scumbag guy, like, I would have been like, at least there's actual people out there that are nice, and then look at him with like the smirk of like, I hope you die. That's what honestly, that's how I'd look at him. I'm sorry that's dark, but
Well, this is it.
comparison to us younger people and older people, come on, like for real, bro.
Tokyo Metropolitan Advanced Nurturing High School. Established by
It's on
the
an
government
island,
to raise
Jesus.
students who have been
It's like
deemed our country's
there was
future
two
leaders,
in that
movers and
like
shakers, if
high
you will.
view.
And it works too. It boasts 100%
There was a view
college
of,
entry
like,
employment rates.
Two
Using
fields,
experimental state-derived
buildings.
teaching methods, they pull out all the stops to build
Okay.
a bright future for Japan.
Is there like multiple different schools for different?
I noticed you staring at me on the bus earlier. Why was that?
Oh. I'm sorry. I was just curious, because, well, you didn't want to give up your seat either. I was wondering if, like me, you'd rather stay out of it.
I'm nothing like you. In my case, I stayed silent as a matter of principle.
Uh-huh. That makes her worse than me.
If that's
Wow, I mean, all he did was look at you to see if, okay. That reasoning, I put it on TikTok. That reasoning right there is why I never
Thank
look
you
at
for the
people.
introduction.
Anytime I'm walking
I'm
past
Another
people,
Blake
anytime I'm
Lieutenant.
behind people, anytime I'm anywhere near
As a
people, I have no idea who they are. I don't even
representative
look at them in the eyes.
And your student council president.
Because I ain't get, no.
I extend a warm
No.
welcome to you all. As I am sure you're aware, our school is known for its prestige and distinction on all fronts, and boasts impeccable employment. and
So we
college
already
entry
found
rates
one guy
across
that's an
the board.
asshole, one
We
guy
take
that just
pride
stays
in
out
this.
of it,
In
the
fact,
girls
it's
kind
our
of stays
school's
out of it. So I'm not
number
calling
one
them
priority.
assholes
We
for
all
it.
work
I mean,
together
they
to
stayed out of
uphold
it, but at the same
standard
time, they
excellence.
could have
Now
at
you
least
are
done
part of
something.
that too. We expect greatness from all of you, and we know you'll
We're
care.
even in the same class?
Success here hinges entirely on merit, so you alone control your path.
Wow, me too. So what's your favorite genre? Romance, I
Was that the girl
guess.
from earlier, wasn't it?
It's my favorite. How could you have known? Seriously, JoJo.
Asshole right there.
My favorite genre
Put your
is
feet on the
romance.
tape. Okay. Yeah, let's put our feet on the desk because we think we can do whatever we want.
She has the seat next to me.
An annoying coincidence.
The feeling's mutual.
Hey guys, listen up for a sec. We should go around the room and introduce ourselves. Start to get familiar with each other. I'd like to get to know you guys.
I kind of don't like
Plus, the
it.
teacher isn't
Wouldn't
here
want
yet,
to do
so we
that.
might as well. Does that sound okay?
Hi, Nen.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I agree. I mean, how else are we all going to get acquainted?
I'm glad to hear it. Well,
I don't
guess
know how
I'll
to
go
put
first
that.
then.
I couldn't do
I'm
that.
Yosuke Hirata, but you can just call me Yosuke if you want. I play every sport imaginable, and I'm gonna try out for the school soccer team for sure.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure about
nice to
that?
meet you all.
That was great.
Sure, you're just
That
not one of
guy's
those
going to
people
be
that
the
just
leader
say
in
that
class.
and you really don't.
Next. Hi, my name is Kikyo Kushida. My goal is to become friends with every person in the entire school. That obviously
Hey, she was
includes
nice to the
everyone
old lady
here.
to,
So
you
if
know,
you're
do what
going
she,
out,
you know,
please
all that.
consider inviting
I can
me.
believe this girl's a nice person, so I don't have to worry about her. She's cool already. Based off of what she did on the bus, she's cool with
got
me
that
already.
everyone's friend vibe going on.
What do I call a ladies' man?
But I shouldn't be focused on
What I call a
like
lazy
this.
man. I'd like to know who said that.
These
I
introductions
wish it
are
would said
going
the
to
asshole if he was the one that said it. I'd been like, no,
class.
dude. Once those girls find out what you did earlier on a bus, they'd be like,
Bet I could get a laugh if I acted really hyper. But I'd just end up creeping people out.
I don't like
Anyway,
introducing
it's not
myself.
like I have any real
I think I'd
interest or
done that
hobbies
in
to
some
speak of.
classes in my gifts,
Kinda
high
like a free
school.
agent.
You had to stand up and didn't know.
How about you?
Who, me? No getting out of this one. Better muster up the energy to stand up and say something
Right?
for the sake of my reputation. I'm Kiyotaka Ayanakoji. I can't wait to study with you. I'm
Everybody's
really
just
good at
like,
anything in particular. I'll do my best to get along with you all.
try.
I blew it. Ayano Koji. Well, it's nice to meet you. I can't wait to be friends.
She just laughed at me.
Okay, who's next?
She laughed at you because you kind of...
Introductions are for grade schoolers. What are we, a bunch of babies? Get to know each other on your own time.
You know, I kind of agree with him.
Find
I
your
mean,
seats, everyone.
except he kind of is. Seems like this dude might be a little bit of a little, rude
I'm sorry,
ass.
Chabashir,
But I kind of
I'm
agree.
teacher
Like
for
on your
class
own
1D.
time. Honestly, that's me.
At this school,
But
you will not change classes
on your own time,
ever.
I really
For
don't
the
want to
next
stand up
3
in front of a
years, I'll be
classroom and do
responsible for
that.
you until
Even though I've had to
graduation.
do that in my
For our
class.
first order of business,
but-
the school rule book.
Uh,
Take one and pass them back. We have some rather unique rules at this institution.
like, what?
First,
I
you
like to
must
hear
all live
these
in the
too.
dorms. Your contact with the outside world will be restricted, as
Why?
will your time away from the campus. For anyone concerned, the school offers a wide variety of facilities. Anything you
I would
could need
hope.
or want can be found here, including leisure and
Even movie
entertainment.
theaters.
To make purchases, you will spend your points, which are tracked using the school's main computer system. At this school, you can buy absolutely anything on campus with these. Points are distributed to you on the first of each month. Each point is worth 1 yen. If you'll all check your devices, you'll notice that you've already been allotted 100,000.
We what? Are you kidding me?
I see you're all surprised by the size of your allotment. This school judges its students based on their merit alone. You've all shown immense value just getting into this school. We've allotted you what we think you are worth.
Thank you very much. Come again.
It really does work exactly like money. 25 students per class, and 4 classes per grade. That makes 300 of us in all. If each kid gets 100,000 a month, that's 360 million per year. How can the government afford to pay for all this?
Right.
Another annoying coincidence, it seems.
You don't have to be so
Is that what she
prickly.
says every time she sees him? Another annoying
Well,
coincidence.
since we have to sit by
Another
each other,
annoying
we should
coincidence.
attempt to get along. What's your name? Really? You won't even share with me that much?
So, you got a problem with that?
No, but it would make things weird for the next 3 years. To sit next to you and never know your name.
True.
It's Suzune Horikita.
Horikita? Like the guy who spoke earlier? Why are you buying all cheap stuff? You've got lots of money. You could stand to buy more
I don't
expensive.
need all that.
Yeah,
I
but you
told
could...
you, I don't need that stuff.
Right.
You're weird. You aren't very good at interacting with people. No conversation skills.
I mean,
Yeah, I know.
I don't
But
see
you don't
what
seem to be much
the
better than I
problem
am.
is.
That's true.
You seriously
But
sit
I'm not
next
the
to him
one
in
who
the
said you were
classroom
going
now,
to
so
work hard to get along with everyone else.
okay.
These are free.
Maybe that's for people who use up all their points before the first of the month, I guess.
How could one use up 100,000 points? This school is too indulgent.
better than me? Huh? Maybe. You are in class 1D, aren't you?
Video
Yeah?
game wise,
What the
I
hell
can
does
see
it matter
that
to
being
you
the reason why
guys?
they're using their points.
Now that's
Like
no way to
really.
talk to your elders. You better learn some respect and fast.
Shut up!
Huh? Wait, isn't that guy in our class?
Maybe, but I won't.
I think that was the one that said about
It's beneath my
introducing
dignity.
each other thing. Get to know each other.
We'll let it slide this time.
Class D has already got it bad. If we knocked you down a peg, you'd fall right off.
Don't you run away from me! Go ahead. Scream your head off if you want. You people are already in for a world of pain.
A world of pain?
Damn whips!
Camera caught that, didn't it? Wonder what happens for doing that stuff.
Not long after that, the class began to split up into cliques.
Hey, Kyo, you want to eat lunch together today? I'm sorry, I can't. I've got too much to
This
do.
beauty was a mere 80,000 points. We get 100,000 more soon, so it was a steal. Yeah, I've got tons of games. This is awesome.
Okay, yeah. I don't expect a lot of these people with their video game things. I about guarantee that's a lot of the reason why their
Unlike
points are
everyone
just...
else, I failed to make
gone.
any friends.
You're pathetic.
Yeah, well, you're alone too.
That's true, but I, for one, prefer to be alone.
How did you not know he's...
I'm gonna hit up the cafeteria.
Your name is Ayano Kochi, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was a girl from earlier.
Or Kushida?
I'm so impressed. You remembered my name too. Thanks.
Yeah. Guess I did.
So, could we talk for a sec?
What it says in English comparison to Japanese.
The reason I stopped you is that you and Horikita seem really close.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
What, so you're hitting on him?
But you're the only person in school that she talks to ever.
Not really.
It's my goal to become friends with everyone at school, even outside our class. So I asked
Why do you have to
Horikita
do
for
that?
her phone number to maybe call her sometime. But she turned me down. She
So
said
you-
she doesn't want to be friends with anyone.
Yeah, I think that's just how she is.
So I'm...
But I still want to be friends with Horikita in spite of all of that. Do you think that you could help me with her?
Help you? I don't know.
You mean you won't?
It's just kind of like whatever. Most dudes are kind of have a girl just do that. They'd be like, oh,
He
what is
controlled
going
the
on?
powerful families
But he
of
was
this
just like,
region using the Uji-Kabane
okay.
system. Uji referred
Maybe.
to groups of families
This
who
dude's
shared
sleeping.
the same bloodline, while Kabane referred to an individual
On their phones, of course, texting, of
status.
course.
It was a system in which pedigree determined one's place.
A comic book
That's all for today.
anime looking thing.
Look over the material for tomorrow.
Look over the material and nobody really was paying attention. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens there. I mean,
This school is incredibly indulgent. These kids play around and sleep in class, but the teachers never even bother to do anything. I can't believe the government has the gall to dub this
I mean,
elite school.
Maybe
Teachers
they're just trying to encourage
don't
individual
bother to do
autonomy.
anything. But at the same time, if I were a teacher and I just saw kids be on their phone, hey, you better heard what everything I said, and by tomorrow for the next test, and you didn't hear nothing, that's on you. Your grades dropped. That's not my fault. You didn't pay attention. I'm not going to waste my time telling you guys to pay attention.
Maybe I'll be
You know?
willing to hear you
So I
out.
kind of don't blame the teacher for not saying anything, for everybody being on their textbooks, video games, cell phones at that point. Like if I was a teacher, honestly,
Why me of all people?
and I'll just, okay, before everything starts, I would have been like, okay, just make sure to pay attention
Boys allowed vibe.
what I'm about to talk about, because this is going to be a big thing for tomorrow, you know, in the beginning of the class. And if you don't pay attention all by that next day, just be prepared to hear your grades drop. It'll be your fault. I mean, little kids are understandable, like
Is it
kids,
always so
kids.
packed?
To maybe junior high, but between high school and these guys that were probably into college,
Trying
what
to
this
insult
elite thing
me?
is,
How childish.
yeah, you better start learning how to pay
Table
attention
just
more.
opened up. Hey, I wonder. You think the other people in here see us, well, you know, as a couple? Never mind. Probably.
Yeah, when you're sitting together, hanging out, talking a lot, yeah, I can see that.
Tying my stomach in knots.
The only other thing that would come to my head is you being sister and brother, but I can tell you right now, you guys don't
What a
look like that.
coincidence. And Ayano Kochi too? So do you two come here together often?
No, this is our first time.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm here by
So is she
myself.
trying to be friends with this girl, or is at the same time she's jealous of her because she kind of likes him?
So you don't need me to stay, do you?
I guess not, but Kushida and I are just classmates. We don't know each other.
And how is that any different than what you and I are? On top of that, something seems fishy here, and I don't like it.
What? Oh, come on.
Why?
It's a coincidence.
Nice try, but the correct response would have been, what's that supposed to mean?
The girls who are at this table, and the two at the next one over. Is it coincidence they're in our class? Honestly.
Wow, I didn't even notice. I'm impressed that you recognized them.
You and I came straight here immediately after class ended. We came in, and then they left, though they couldn't have been here for longer than a couple of minutes. It doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. We set you up.
I thought so.
Horikita!
Okay, so what was this? Okay, so it was something he did. I thought this was something that was being bizarre all the way around with like other people watching him. No, it was a setup he actually did to make friends with her. Okay.
All by yourself?
Being alone is not synonymous with being lonely. Like I said, it's a waste. Every sound coming out of your mouth repulses me.
Hey, are you sure about this? Do you really want to spend the next 3 years of your life that way? If you don't make friends, you'll be isolated.
I've been completely alone for the past 9 years, so it's another 3 to me.
Wow.
Hardly matters.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, but after you tell me that, I'm gonna seriously sit there and like try and help out and figure out what the fuck.
Maybe she and I will never be friends. That makes me sad.
Was that written on the cup by her, or was that something that's just normally on that
My
cup?
goal seems unattainable.
Personally, I think Horikita's an exception.
Oh, that's Ichinose over there. Hanami Ichinose is from Class 1B. We became friends yesterday.
Yesterday.
You're friends with kids in other classes? I can't even imagine that.
There are so many really nice people in Class B. You know, this
I
school
don't
is
know.
pretty amazing, don't you think?
That girl's probably saying
All the
she's your
different
friend,
shops
and
and
in
the
actuality,
fact
she
that people
clearly
have
doesn't give a
every
shit about you.
I don't know.
Wouldn't be
That
shocked.
amount seems kind of excessive in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm glad you think so too. And calling them points makes them entirely too easy to spend. To be honest, it's skewing my money sense. I'm going to have to
You can't
budget
get over why
tightly
that
to
says
avoid
free, huh?
overspending. I mean, I'll buy the things I need, obviously. The toiletries I use every day, like soap and toothpaste. And the panties.
That's weird to say in front of a guy.
Horikita was saying something similar.
Huh? Oh, so you even know all about how she spends her money? You two really are friends, aren't you?
Well,
No, I just happened to be there.
exactly.
Whoa, she's standing so close.
Well,
That
we'll
paranoid
just have
the
to
hell
leave
out of
it
me.
at
I'd be like, dude, stop standing so close
But it
to me.
happens to be
Jesus.
the truth.
Like, for real, stop standing so close to me. Gee.
$100,000. Huh. Most students decided to make the most of their circumstances without giving much thought to anything at all. Day in,
Game-
day out,
games
they
and
blew
stuff.
through their monthly allowance like it was nothing,
Clothes.
buying whatever they wanted. The teacher never disciplined, so conversations in class, sleeping on desks, tardiness, and downright truancy became the norm. Extravagance.
So how would you get more yen, though?
debauchery.
I mean,
And
monthly, if
lethargy
it goes
ran
to
rampant.
100,000 monthly, and that's
suddenly,
all you get.
On May 1st,
Wow.
everything changed.
Huh? What's going on?
Hold on, yours hasn't either?
What's the deal here? I don't have any yet.
Take your seats, class.
What happened?
Morning homeroom begins now.
Hey, teacher. Nobody here has gotten any more points yet. It's the first of the month. Shouldn't they have already been refilled by now?
Of course. This month's allotment has already been distributed.
Mine aren't there.
As I said, the points have been allocated. I am certain about that. And I know for a fact that this class has not been overlooked by the administration.
What about our points? Nobody in this class got any.
A whole class comprised of morons. You're all pathetic.
Okay.
A combined total of 98 tardies and absences, 391 documented cases of cell phone use and or talking during instruction. Impressive figures for the first month of the school year. At this school, your grades and performance evaluations aren't handed out. They're reflected in your monthly points allotment. Your unconscionable behavior, and that alone, has resulted in the withholding of your points allowance for this month. The points allotted to this class for the month comes out to a total of 0.
No way. I have to live on no money this whole month? Hang on. That's not fair. It's just that you should have told us.
Did it never occur to you to question your circumstances? You're only children. Why would you be given such an extravagant sum? Didn't you think there'd be a catch? Your assumptions were wrong, and
honestly,
now
I
you
did
must
not
all
think
pay
of
the
all
price.
this.
If you
Jesus.
did have doubts, why then did you refuse to act upon them?
Why are you smiling,
I
dude?
told
You're
you
in
on
the same
the first
problem.
day of class, didn't I? I was perfectly clear. This school judges its students on merit alone. So, as it stands now, we think you're all garbage.
Damn.
You're worth nothing, so you get nothing.
Wow. They got hella judged and called. Okay. Welcome to the classroom of the elite. After the so based on that ending part, they only get points, but combining all of them together, tardinesses, on their phones, doing stuff they shouldn't be doing originally in school, they're doing. And then because that whole class right there set, she called them that because they didn't pay attention, and they don't get those points because the combination of all of them together comes to 0. But if they start paying attention, upcoming month, they will be good. You'll get the 100,000 or whatever. But if you are on your phones, based on what she's saying, I could be wrong, but on your phones or any devices or doing video games like under the table, she knows you're doing it. She just admitted to it. She knows you're doing it. Obviously, like I said before, teacher, like, you better be paying attention. You don't do it, it's your fault, your grades drop. But she just told them that they're all losers, scumbags, or whatever, just because they all are supposed to pay attention as a whole entire class group, my best guess, in order to get those points. One person fucks up, that's a good, so you get 100,000 monthly, so that's a good 100. So there's 300, well, there's not 300 in that classroom alone, there's no way, but 300, so let's say 100 for every time one person fucks up, whole class fucks up, plus other people in other classrooms that all came together, which I think that's what it is too. That's the whole 100,000 altogether, based on counting 300 people divided by the 1,000 of those 300 people. Could be wrong on all that, but that's the way it sounds in a little sense. But anyways, I'll find more reaction videos. Peace. See you people next time.